everyone, I'm Marina. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here for a shop update preview. The shop update will be this Friday, April 22nd at 8 p.m. Eastern Time at pineappleyarn.com. I will have a gradient mini skein set in both sock weight and DK. I will also have 2 different kinds of spinning fiber and lots of yarn. So let's get started. Before I show you all the new goodies in the shop, I definitely want to remind you about my advent calendar pre-order. It is now available in the shop. It is your choice of a sock weight or a DK weight, and there are lots of extra goodies you can add on. With that being said, let's get into the new yarn and all the things I'm going to be listing on Friday. The first items I'd love to share with you this week are 2 new fibers. So the first one is this gorgeous BFL colorway is Seafoam Scallops. So it has this beautiful jade green and pops of like a blush pink and a peach, and I just think this is so pretty. And it comes packaged up loosely in a reclosable bag like all of my fiber does. So if you ever see my fiber on my website in a braid, or I guess it's usually braided when I take the photos, it doesn't come that way. It comes in a bag, and I've just found that that protects the integrity of the fibers. Not only are you protected in a plastic bag against any kind of pests like moths or dust, it's just protected against the elements a little bit more. But I found that my fiber that I purchase, when it is in a braid, it just is compressed too much, and then I don't get around to using it, and it really affects the fiber. In my opinion, it's just a personal preference, so that's why I package all my fiber this way. But this is Seafoam Scallops, and it is available on BFL. My next fiber I'm really excited about is Cheviot and Rainbow Sari Silk Blend. This is a custom blend for Pineapple Yarn, and so I was just so excited to restock this in the shop. I have not had this for a long time, but it is so fun to spin. It is basically just a natural Cheviot with lots of pops of this recycled sari silk. So I have a little bit actually out of the bag. I'm going to give you a close-up so you can see this. Hopefully you can see just all the gorgeous different colors in here. Magenta, orange, I see an ultraviolet purple, greens, and I've seen yellow in here before. So most of the time you can see it's just like a little thread of the sari silk, but sometimes you do get bigger pieces, and it just adds a really fun color as well as texture to your project. So I will also be stocking this blend. And you'll have to tell me if you like the custom blends, because I really like coming up with those. I have had other custom blends in the shop before, and they're just so much fun for me to create. So you will have to tell me if you enjoy those. So the next thing I want to share with you is this gorgeous gradient mini skein set. I am calling this Sunwashed Citrus, and I just think it is so gorgeous. This is a beautiful gradient. It goes from like an ocean blue all the way through to kind of like a grapefruity melon color, and I couldn't be happier with how this turned out. I just think it's gorgeous. So in this set there are 9 minis included, and I love creating these fades because they are so versatile. You can use this entire set, say in a shawl or a scarf. I think that those are kind of the most common uses for this because it really shows off that beautiful gradient. You can also split it up and maybe use a little bit, you know, if you just want to use, you know, 4 skeins for a smaller project, while you can save these for another. Another thing you can do is use little bits of these for a pair of socks, and then use the majority of them with some other skeins for a larger project. So these would make really great stripes in a larger project. I think this would make the most beautiful striped sweater. I actually have Cloud 9 right here, and I had not even put these together until right now, as a lot of my shop updates go. But the Cloud 9 is so beautiful with this. So if you wanted a couple of these larger skeins of Cloud 9 and pair these with this, I think that'd be really pretty. But I was just really inspired by kind of just a sun-washed, you know, kind of not super bright. I mean, these are definitely bright, don't get me wrong, but kind of like a sun-washed, a sun-faded, warm, kind of tropical fruit, that kind of idea. And I just think these are so pretty. So I am reserving one for myself because the last time I did a gradient set last month, I did not, and I was so disappointed I didn't save one for myself. So I am going to save one for myself this month, and these will be available in a sock weight yarn, so a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. They will also be available in a DK weight, which is a 100% a superwash merino, and they're just so versatile. I hope you enjoy them. I know that you all really love when I put these sets into the shop, so I was excited to share these with you this week. So again, this is called Sunwashed Citrus, and it will be coming to the shop. So speaking of Cloud 9, let's talk about some tonals. I will be putting Cloud 9 back into the shop. It is a really gorgeous, bright, clear lavender. And when I say lavender, I think for me, this is pale. It's really not that pale in real life. It's a very clear color. It's a really gorgeous color. I know it's y'all's favorite, one of the favorites, so I'm excited for that to be back in the shop. I have really loved how it looks with this new colorway. This new colorway is called Coastal Soul, and it really picks up those kind of blue and purple colors, so I like it with that. And it also really looks great with Seaprise. This is another colorway I will be restocking. And if you like purple, if you just love those colors, I think it looks super great. So again, Cloud 9 coming back to the shop. Another tonal I will have coming back to the shop is Coral Conch. I have not had this in so long, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Every time I dye this color, I really love it. I just think it is so beautiful and bright and cheerful. It is, I guess it's like a deep neon cantaloupe. It is not as yellow as some oranges, but it's not as pink as pinks. It's kind of right in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and show you next to this Sunwashed Citrus mini skein gradient. I think it looks amazing. It definitely looks like some of these colors down here, but this would be a gorgeous color to pair with this. I just think it's so beautiful. It looks really, really good. And I'll show it next to Princess because I will also be restocking Princess. And so you can see Princess is just this gorgeous, kind of a medium neon pink. And you can definitely see how cool this is compared to Coral Conch. But if you look at, you know, like this orange here in the gradient set, you can tell how yellow this is. So it kind of gives you an idea of what these colors look like compared to one another. So these two tonals will also be back in the shop. All right, so let's talk about some colorways. I did mention this just a few minutes ago. This is Coastal Soul. It is a new colorway coming to the shop, and I really wanted to do a colorway that incorporated a lot of like blues and purples in it with some pops of bright colors. So you can see there is just this gorgeous lime green in this, and because there are so many different colors in this colorway, I wanted to leave the speckling fairly neutral. So I went with a very subtle speckle, and I don't know if you will be able to see it. Hopefully you will. But it's just kind of this warm, I would say like a toffee color or a caramel color. And let's put this color next to some other tonals. So here it is with Princess. It looks beautiful, of course. Everything goes with Princess. Here it is in between Cloud 9 and Princess. I think these would be so fun together because not only are all the colors beautiful together, but you have these pops of kind of like, this is kind of a seafoam green here. This obviously is a lime green. You would have just these pops of different colors while you have the Cloud 9 and the Princess. I just think it'd be so pretty together. So I like those. You could also pair it with a green. Here it is with Glowworm, which is in the shop, and I think that would be, this would just be really perfect together. Absolutely perfect. If you had a shawl that was a 2 skein shawl, this would absolutely be beautiful for spring. And then if you wanted to get it really punchy, this would be so fun to do Glowworm, Coastal Soul, and Princess. That is so pretty. Love those together. So Coastal Soul is a new colorway, and it is going to be in the shop on Friday. The next colorway I will be restocking is Lush Paradise. And oh, I just love this colorway. It is so bright and bold. It has multiple different colors in the colorway, and then it has a really bold speckle, which I love. And so you just get these really beautiful tropical colors, the greens, the blues. Of course, you've got the gorgeous kind of red-orange, neon red-orange colors, neon pink. They are just, this is just such a gorgeous colorway. And I forgot to add at the beginning of this, these will be restocked on a variety of bases. As always, I try to keep these in stock as much as I can in the shop, which is a bit laughable because they do sell out. But I try my best to get everything restocked, and that includes minis. So these will be available on minis, and my other variegated colorways will also be available on minis. So those are great for smaller projects, scrappy projects. I know that there are quite a few needle pointers out there who love this weight of yarn. This is my Lonnie sock, and they love it in this size, which is a mini skein size, which is, it's just so fun for projects. So I've seen lots of clever uses for this yarn out there, but Lush Paradise is just so fun, especially as we go into warmer weather. I love this colorway with just about every tonal in my shop. So here it is with Cloud 9, absolutely beautiful. If you wanted to put a bolder shade with it, how about some Glowworm? So beautiful. It really would look good with every single tonal I have sitting here. Princess is gorgeous with it. And of course, Coral Conch, I love that. This really is one of my favorite colors. It just, every time I see it, it makes me happy. I absolutely love it. So Lush Paradise is back. The next colorway I'll be restocking is Seaprise. This is such a beautiful colorway. Again, just, I mean, you've got those lime greens and pinks and purples and turquoise. It's absolutely beautiful. It looks great with Cloud 9. Absolutely beautiful. Really brings out the lavenders and the pinks. If you want to go a little more bold, of course, you could do Glowworm. That is also really pretty. I love those together. And those are definitely more matching, but if you wanted to incorporate Princess in it, it really looks great. Again, you've got some pinks in there that really bring that out. It's just so beautiful. If you had some clear water, it would look really good with some of these blue-green turquoises in here. Really gorgeous. So Seaprise will be back. Another colorway I will be adding to the shop is Sure Thing. And this is a really gorgeous colorway because it has these beautiful peaches and mint greens, and then of course bright pink. So it's a gorgeous colorway. If you watch my my videos with all of the projects I'm making, I knit the party top sweater from this colorway, and it turned out so pretty. It is really gorgeous. So I like Sure Thing with Princess. It looks awesome with Coral Conch as well. So this is obviously darker than any of the colors in here, but if you wanted a really great contrast, these two would work out so beautifully together. I think they would make a beautiful brioche project because they're both different enough and have different lightnesses and darkness. It would really play out gorgeous together. So Sure Thing back in stock. Finally, I am going to be restocking Coastal Strawberry, and this is a really pretty colorway. I love it. I love it for spring. Actually, it looks great for spring and summer. It's very summery. It features just a really beautiful blend of kind of neon reds, not so much orange. They're definitely more leaning toward red, and then speckles of neon greens and pinks, and it also has some cream colored spots. So this is just a really fun colorway. Let me show you compared to Princess. You can tell that Princess is definitely a cooler color, but it works. I mean, this really does, these two do work together, they're just so beautiful. If you put Coral Conch with it, you can tell that this is definitely more orange. Again, it just kind of depends. Do you want a warmer toned project? You can put Coral Conch with it. If you'd like a cooler project, you can put Princess with it. Both of these really complement all the shades in here. And then if you want to go real bold, you could pair Glowworm with it, and it really picks up on these green speckles. I just think this is such a fun colorway, and it's definitely a fan favorite. I have a hard time keeping this in stock. It's just a really fun, bright, poppy colorway. So Coastal Strawberry back in stock. I do want to remind you, even though I have been placing a lot of yarn in the shop, a lot of times I sell out of the quantities. So I will have maybe one of a color, not enough to do projects with. And I want to remind you about my, what I call a sweater to quantity listing. And what that is, it's just a request for a larger quantity of skeins. So if you would like 2 or more tonal skeins, 4 or more of the variegated colorways, I would recommend you look into that listing, because what I do is I dye all of your yarn when you order it, so you will get the same batch of, let's say, a variegated colorway, and you can make sure that it's all the same as you know, hand-dyed yarn gets, because there are going to be variations from skein to skein no matter how hard you try. But I would recommend that for some larger projects, especially, you know, with a tonal yarn, dyeing 2 skeins at a time, or ordering 2 skeins at a time isn't necessarily a sweater quantity, but it is nice. Like, let's say if you have 1 in stock, but you wanted 2, just go ahead and check out that listing and I will dye them up for you. If you're not sure about a colorway, or you know, maybe you want a smaller quantity than is requested, just or than is required, please email me. I have a contact on my website, and you can also contact me at pineappleyarn@gmail.com and directly email me there. I would be more than happy to help you out or let you know if I will be dyeing something up soon. A lot of people do that, and I think that helps people plan projects and what to start next. So here they are, all these beautiful colors. I'm so excited to share these with you and pop these into the shop. Again, my shop update will be this Friday, April 22nd at 8 p.m. Eastern Time at pineappleyarn.com. Don't forget about this mini skein set either. These do not stay long. So if you are looking for this gradient, I would recommend being there at 8 o'clock Eastern. I hate to rush anybody or make people feel rushed, but I do want to be realistic about it, and these go fairly quickly. So if you're interested in this, definitely get there at 8 o'clock. But I hope to see you there. I hope you are enjoying your crafting so much, and I will be filming an episode of Pineapple Knits, hopefully have it up in time for this weekend. So I hope to see you there, hope to see you at the shop update, and I hope that you're enjoying all of your crafting. Until next time, I hope you have an awesome day. Bye!